All right. All right. So my name is Kevin. We're here in Maui, Hawaii, or the island of Maui, in Wailuku, Hawaii. Yeah. So pretty much, I guess you can say this is like my first video. I guess this is considered like an introduction video. And pretty much I guess what the label or the title would say is just coming back to rollerblading or aggressive inline skating. Just a little small background about myself is I grew up in Long Beach, California. The last time I actually did any aggressive inline or even hit a topsoul or on anything was probably like over 20 years ago, back in the late 90s. Yeah, and and during that time it was all we had were the rollerblade lightnings, or at least that's the only thing I could afford at the time. I think back then they had the K2, I think fatties or something, and the SMUSDs. I think there was quite a few, and I think the Solomons too. There was quite a few, but the rollerblade lightnings were the only ones we can afford. Plus, they had a brake on them, so that's why my mom wanted to get those. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah. So now I'm like in my mid-30s and trying to get back into it. Just all of a sudden, this past year, this is actually it's 20. This video is it's the 4th of January in 2021, and 2020 was kind of a rough year, sort of like, you know, year of like reflection and whatnot, and just trying to you know, think about the things that you know, it makes you reminisce about some of the old days. And I think one of them were this blading was some of the best times of my life with just a handful of us at the time. And yeah, so I mean, then all of a sudden I just started, you know, researching, seeing if anybody's still blading, and all of a sudden it's starting, I guess, to pop back up again, you know. And I felt, wow, and this year too, there's quite a few guys that I've been following that are putting out a lot of good content that kind of inspired me to do this. It's like back to blading, mushroom blading. Some of those guys over there, pretty, you know, these guys are pretty funny. Yeah, and just some of my influences back in the days, like one of my favorite skaters was John Julio. Then, like, yeah, I was such a big fan of Pon and UC at the time, and I just wanted, yeah, that was, and then all of a sudden I'm looking, you know, I see my buddies that are still blading, that, you know, they're rocking them skates, which is something that I am, like, I read up on the company, and, you know, it's John Julio's company, an independent company, skater owned, and that was something that I really liked, his vision when it comes to really, you know, paying it forward to the skaters because of previous experiences that he's had in the past with other companies. And I thought that was pretty commendable because, you know, that's one of the things I think that didn't help the sport before, was that I think it just wasn't even distribution with, you know, as far as sales and, you know, all that logistic stuff that, you know, that's in the back end, but that helps skaters. Like, you know, you know, it at the time, like back then, it wasn't as big as skateboarding, because obviously skateboarding was it was already kind of established back then, and there weren't, you know, even for inline skating, it wasn't too many, you know, at least for me during that time. And, you know, we didn't have no cell phones and stuff, and we didn't see a lot of the stuff, like, you know, other than like whatever videos or DVDs we were able to get our hands on if we could. I don't even remember if we had a computer at that time. So you know, things, and now so things have changed, and I'm, you know, really stoked about like how like all of it, like there's so many people out there, like so many people putting out content, and it's really like there's a lot of support within the community still, and people helping out other people, and that's one of the things that I see, at least from what I've seen from videos, Instagram, and all that stuff, or what John Julio's doing with even with his skaters that ride for his team and things like that. And it's just really cool, you know, like where you start from scratch and then build a team and put something out there, like risking your whole, you know, career, because it's so, you know, I was watching one of the videos on the interview with Mushroom Blading, that he was ready to, you know, just get a regular job. And you know, I feel bad because those guys are like very influential in this culture, you know. And yeah, so now that there's like kind of movement where it's, you know, it's going in that direction and it's starting to get more popular, and at the time I remember before you had to have this certain look and all that kind of stuff. Now it's like blading and like inline skating in general, it's just so much stuff out there. There's that wizard skating, there's urban freestyle, all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, dang man, like I feel like I missed out on a lot of that stuff, and only now started trying to get back into it. So, but I'm glad that I did, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm a lot older now. I gained a lot more weight than before, and so this is gonna be sort of like try to get back into fitness and stuff like that, and I guess to make it fun and whatnot is to maybe start skating again. So anyways, yeah, so pretty much just like my intro video. In addition, also introduction, and I'm also going to be doing an unboxing. I wanted to wait to do this video because I wanted to have the skates that I ordered already, and obviously I already mentioned that I, like I said, I was a big fan of John Julio since I was younger, and I wanted to support some of the stuff that he's still doing. And when I saw them skates, I decided to pull the trigger and purchase them skates. So as a description at the bottom says, I'm doing an unboxing of the 909s, the them skates 909s, the Danny Beer edition. So this one comes with the Intuition liner, and I'm gonna be talking about just to show you what the skate looks like, and then try to do a few close-ups if I can add that to the video in YouTube or whatever. And then not sure how to edit, honestly, but I'll try, and then I'll show this. I'll show the skate, and then talk about the sizing. Sizing is one of the things that we're really like, as you're doing research, one of the things that I've seen a lot of people, like I fall in the middle of, in the sizing for the dem skates, I'm stuck in between the small and the medium. And what makes it even worse is that my left foot is a half size smaller than my right. Which is tough because my right foot's size at roughly around 27 centimeters. So that's kind of like on the very top end of the small shell, and then on the low end of the medium shell, which I wish there was something in between, because it's rated at, I think This Is Soul did the real sizing on the inside of the shell without the liner, and it was 27.1, something like that. But it could be just, you know, it depends, I guess, on the mold. I don't know, I guess maybe each skate has maybe a few millimeters off or something of that sort. So, but yeah, so like I said, I'm like right in the middle, and I didn't want to I personally like when it's a tighter fit versus like way too loose, and then like your liner is tight kind of thing. Like I just like stuff to be a little bit more compact, and then where I can break them in. So I'm hoping that I'm able to break these in. I did receive this a few days ago. I got them like maybe yesterday, 2 days ago. So I did try them on already, and I kind of just wrapped it back up because for the video. But I did try them on. They fit perfectly. The small, this is the small with the small Intuition liner. they have two sizes that come in the small shell now. So they think it's like 7.5 to 8 or something. So I got the higher end. So I got the 8 to 8.5, which stated it was at 26 to 26.5, which I'm hoping that that 0.5 to my 27 on my right foot will stretch, or at least if I break them in a little more, it will give that space inside, I'm hoping, which I understand when, you know, the more you flex this plastic and all that stuff, it'll break in, because I do want that feeling. I want that more secure feeling instead of like something that you're feeling and kind of moving in. I didn't want that. So anyways, here's the Them Skate. I bought directly through Them Goods, and because all the other actually they were the cheapest shipping for me, because we're here in Maui and shipping here is like super expensive. There's honestly, on this island, there is no skate shops, inline skate shops. There's a lot of skateboard shops, but as far as inline skating, it's not really existent. Maybe on Oahu, but I'm not sure, to be quite honest with you. But so yeah, so it did take a while to really pull the trigger on these, because there was no refund or exchange if I were to get the wrong size. So I'm just hoping that I hope that they'll break in, since I did try them on already. But here they are. Yeah, I already took them out the plastic. But anyways, yeah, they come out like this. But they're really sweet. I just like that they're so transparent. Like, I've never seen skates that are usually just white, black, gray. But as far as the plastic hard shell, it's the first I think they've ever done the clear transparent with the marble intuition liner that makes it so sweet, you know. Obviously I'm pretty sure they're gonna get super dirty, but you know, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, and these are so they come in, so this is the small shell with the second, the higher end of the liner size, and it's 26 to 26.5 centimeters, so it's like the 8 to 8.5. The way I put it on so that I would get a little bit more room is I remove the heel. It comes with the heel. Comes with these. Took them off. They have these. I don't think I'm gonna put them in, but they come with the things. Yeah, the Them skates. What came in the package is that they gave these. It looks like it's just the the normal disclaimer, and then the cool. Well, it gives you the sticker here. This kind of came off already, but it's the Aegeon. Looks like it's scent protection. It's combats odor-causing bacteria, resists the funk. So just saying, you know, that the material in here will help with odor. Obviously, you're gonna be sweating a bunch up in here, but yeah. But this is what they look like. They come with a Them frame, so it looks like it's a flat setup with the matching wheels. I don't remember what the hardness is. It's on the description if you go to Them Skates. I don't know what the hardness is, but yeah, they're more of like the oval, like flat look as far as the wheels are concerned. Yeah, man, they're pretty sweet, dude. And I really like them. As far as, like I said, when it comes to sizing, they fit perfectly. If you're a 26.5, if you're on that end, 26 and right at 26.5, with the intuition liner, in the shell, my foot is like secure. I do have a wider foot than most, I think. Mine's a little wider. My right foot's a lot wider because, you know, when you get a little older and you're Filipino, you get gout. So gout, I do have a gout toe on my big toe. So that's when I wear this, and like I said, my right foot is a 27, like right at 27. And I do have a bigger big toe. So I do get a little bit of pressure like right here. And it's a snug fit. So I'm hoping that this plastic is gonna flex. It does feel, it's hard, but it's not like super hard. So I think it's gonna flex. But yeah, they're beautiful, man. These are like, I'm super stoked about these. And yeah, so what can I say? I mean, there's a bunch of reviews actually on the 909s on in the what do you call that, on YouTube, and so you'll see a bunch of these. You'll see a bunch of like the details, and even on intuition liners. But I just wanted to show this unboxing of these because I know that I haven't seen yet too many, at least from right now. I haven't seen too many people posting the look. I mean the unboxing yet. I think maybe like all the like Mushroom Blading did, I think, already, with different fits and stuff like that. Funny video, you guys should check that one out. But yeah, so these are, they're just beautiful, man. They're like really nice, and it's hard to compare, you know what I mean? Like I said, I haven't skated in so long, and these are my first skates coming back. And I went all out, kind of. I mean, these aren't cheap, to be honest. And because of the liner, I mean, I could have went with the, you know, some of them are cheaper ones, but then they have the them liners, but they did say they're a little thicker. And that's kind of what I didn't want. I wanted a little bit more loose. That's what I just heard. I don't know. Right now, it's hard to compare because it doesn't come with the them liners either. It's just straight up with the intuition liner. So there's a possibility maybe later on I'll try the them liners. Maybe I'll purchase them and separately and try them and see. But right now I just love the look, man. This thing is with the marble light, like they just look sweet, man. They're so dope. Like super simple, like nothing crazy. And the sole plate, I feel, well, obviously if I was skating with Lightnings, man, they don't have no sole plate. So this to me is fat, you know what I mean? Like it's pretty big. So I know there's other skates out there that's there's like a bunch of, that look like they're a lot wider. And they personally like those. I guess some folks are saying that these are a little bit less forgiving. But they're nice, man. If anything, it's for looks too, I guess. But yeah, these are these are Danny Beers. I'll try to put some close-up videos also in addition after the narrative or the speaking part in the video. But yeah, and one cool thing that I was like really stoked about, it comes with the cushions. They're like a thick foam marble, also intuition. I took these out. Like I said, so when I did try them out, the reason I took these out is that they actually kind of gave me a little bit of room, because what's happening is that when it goes up, it's like it's giving you the arch. I'm not really a fan of that. That's what I kind of didn't like about the Lightnings, because Lightnings were like that. I wanted a little bit more flat. I like stuff more flat. But we'll see. Maybe I'll like them later. But right now, as far as the fit, this gave a little bit more room so that my foot wasn't like up and pushing down going forward into the boot. So, and I took these out too. These are the plastic things. I don't know. I think there's, I don't know. I forgot what they said in the videos, what these actually help to do. Maybe it's so that the bolts, you don't feel them, I guess. But there's already a riveted part there. I guess it was an improvement from the 909s, from the 908 to the 909s. And also them skates, they really, man, they hooked it up. They gave like a gang of stickers, man, when it went direct through them goods. And they came out with a bunch of stickers. It was like, man, I'm about to slap these on the car, on the truck too, and then on my helmet. But yeah, so man, it's a bunch, dude. It's like a gang. Like, so thank you, John Julio. Thank you for when they saw the order. I felt bad. They actually processed the order like I think it was on Christmas Eve on the 24th, but it didn't really ship out until like a week after, which I understood totally, because I just got them like on Saturday, the 2nd of 2021, January. But it came pretty fast, man. I was surprised. So that's, to me, that was cool that, you know, because a lot of people will be losing their packages, especially during the holiday time and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah. So that's my intro video. That's my unboxing. Getting back into inline skating. I'm super stoked. I can't wait to try them. Honestly, I'm just hoping I even know how to skate still. I mean, I can skate. I've been doing them. So one of the things I've been doing that kind of got me back into it is me and my wife trying to get him back to fitness. We hate running, right? So we tried to get skateboards again, did that, and then she got me inline skates, like the fitness kind, like the one with the soft boot by like Roller Derby, I think is the brand. And I didn't really, I think I got a size too big. It was like it was like a 10, and then I was like, man, they're too big. But I still skated them, and then I was able to move around, and it made me feel like, dang, I want to like get back in aggressive inline skating. And I was like, man, so I've been doing some research ever since then. And I ended up with getting these. There's other stuff out there, but you know, I really wanted to support what John Julio was doing, and I'm totally for that kind of stuff where, you know, the royalties, and I think it's for Danny Beer. So now every skate sold, he gets, I think it was like, depending if you get the boot, I think it's $25 to $30, something like that, each skate that he sells, and that's great, man. Like that's a lot, you know, considering, you know, it's, you know, his pro model, and you know, I just think that's real cool, you know, that they're doing that. Just think help skaters put money back in the industry, and try to get it to grow, like, you know, because I had a feeling like that it was stagnant for a little while and it didn't really progress, and you start seeing less and less bladers out there, and now I think it's starting to come back, you know, even regardless if it's aggressive inline skating, if it's urban style, if it's you know, freestyle right now. And also I'll do another video about that. I actually, at the same time, I bought some gear from Intuition Skateboard Shop. I guess now that I get older, I invested in, you know, getting a helmet, knee pads, and shin guard, wrist guards, and stuff like that. And I got some from Intuition Skate Shop, and those guys, shout out to those guys, they were really cool too. And I bought the pads, and I also bought the ground control 270 millimeter 80 HD frames that I'm gonna rock some 80 millimeters on them for like power blading style, which I'm gonna or fitness skating, which I'm gonna try to rock with these too. So I'll do a sort of like a review on that too. We'll go from there. We'll see what happens. But anyways, hope you liked the video. I hope it was a little bit informative, at least for the sizing portion. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and put the questions in the comment box, and I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. I'm still kind of new at this whole YouTube stuff, or at least putting any content on YouTube. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked the video, and yeah, see you out there. If you're on Maui, hit me up. So if you're blading, and at least I'll know that there's other people out here other than, I think it's Thumper Nagasaka that's professional blader, but he's like the only one, I think, here on Maui. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and you guys take care. Happy New Year. Aloha.